we move on, viewers, and we have some more breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. The Karur Stampede continues to spark controversy as TVK's General Secretary's bail plea has been accessed. The party leader has made some shocking claims, saying Goons and some rowdy elements were behind the chaos that we saw on Saturday, alleging that police failed to provide adequate protection. He's also called the charges against him false and completely baseless, claiming a political motive behind all of this, and also to implicate him in the tragedy. Let's go across to my colleague Dharini, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Dharini, you've accessed TVK General Secretary's bail plea. Give us more details. What exactly does it say?
Well, just a short while back, TVK General Secretary N. Anand, along with the Joint General Secretary CTR Nirmal Kumar, they filed an anticipatory bail plea in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, and now we have accessed the anticipatory bail plea of N. Anand. And in this bail plea, it is said that the allegations against N. Anand are false, baseless, and they are intended to implicate him for political reasons. And it also goes on to say that N. Anand had no role in the alleged Karur Stampede. In fact, it was the police department that failed to provide adequate security in the venue. And in fact, the anticipatory bail plea also goes on to allege that Goondas entered the crowd and they got themselves mixed with the crowd, and this might be one of the reasons that has that led to the stampede, is what this particular anticipatory bail plea says. So Times Now is the first channel to access this copy of the anticipatory bail plea moved by N. Anand in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court a short while back, and this bail plea was in fact filed just 30 minutes back, and we have a copy of this now, in which N. Anand's counsel, they say that the allegations against him are false, baseless, and politically motivated. He had no role in the Karur Stampede incident, and in fact, it was the police department that failed to provide adequate security in the venue, and Goons entered the venue. Goons entered the venue, and they got themselves mixed, among the crowd. They got themselves mixed with the crowd, and this might have been one of the reasons for the stampede, is what this anticipatory bail plea says. So we have to wait and see if at all Mr. N. Anand, and also CTR Nirmal Kumar, they are going to get any temporary relief from the Madras High Court. But for the time being, this plea was filed by the TVK General Secretary just half an hour back, and we have a copy of this now, in which he claims that he had no role in this Karur Stampede, and that it was the police department that failed to provide adequate security, and that the allegations against him, all of them, they are false, baseless, and politically motivated.
Right, and the stand here of the TVK, Dharini, seems to be the same, that it was the cops perhaps who engineered this entire incident. They did not provide enough protection. We saw this in TVK's plea yesterday as well, that you had access, which was filed before the Madras High Court.
Well, definitely. This is what the TVK has been alleging right from the beginning, right from when this stampede incident came to light. The TVK has been alleging conspiracy by the DMK. They say that when Vijay was about to speak, the power was cut off, and that stones were pelted in the rally location, and police lathi charged without any reason. The police they lathi charged at the TVK supporters and TVK cadet without any reason. There was no trigger, there was no reason for the police to do that, but they still went ahead and did that. This whole stampede incident, this was completely engineered by the police with the help of a local politician, is what the TVK has been stating right from the beginning. But on the other hand, both the police department and the ruling DMK government in Tamil Nadu, they've refuted these allegations. In fact, just a few minutes back, we had a very brief conversation with the DMK MP Kanimoli. It was a press conference in which she stated that all the conspiracy allegations are baseless and false. The DMK government or the police department, they did not conspire to do anything, and all the allegations leveled by the TVK against them, they are completely baseless, is what Kanimoli says. And she also questions why Vijay left the spot. Any political leader in times of a crisis, they should not be leaving the spot. They should be in the spot and be with the people. Why did Vijay flee the spot? Why did the second level leaders of TVK, why did they flee a spot. Not even the second level and third level leaders of TVK, they are meeting with the victims. The victims feel abandoned at the moment is what Kanimoli says, and the war of words still continue.
Right. Dharini, request you to stay on with us. Let me go across to my colleague Sagrika as well, who is joining us live from the newsroom. I believe she has the copy of this anticipatory bail plea accessed by Dharini. Sagrika, over.
Yes, and in this anticipatory bail that has been filed by a TVK functionary, it goes on to say in page number 4, and I quote, Hina, the stampede caused by the Gundas and unexpected event that took place. So here they've made that mention of how the stampede was caused by Gundas. This was the same mention that was made yesterday too, where the TVK made an allegation that everything that happened in Karur was because of a nexus between local politicians, between the police and some Gundas, and in the anticipatory bail, the mention of Gundas comes in. Now, the president of the petitioner's political party, which is TVK, has announced compensation to the victimized public in connection with the said occurrence. They are talking about the help that is being offered by the TVK to the victims. Then, Here it's also mentioned that this was purely done due to the unfortunate occurrence that happened on the 27th was purely done due to unexpected surge of a huge crowd beyond the control of any individual, and the incident cannot be attributed to any willful or negligent act of the petitioner, and the insufficient police deputed is the cause. So here, one. So if you remember, the conspiracy charges are coming in where the TVK has also blamed the police. Here you saw the stampede was caused by Gundas, that mentioned, and here the petitioner in the anticipatory bail plea also mentions that insufficient police deputed is the cause, and not the fact as charges being made, it cannot be attributed to any willful or negligent act of the petitioner. Then, despite the permission being sought for a limited gathering, an overwhelming number of people voluntarily assembled owing to the popularity of the political movement. The sheer magnitude of the crowd was unforeseen and was the sole cause of the tragic incident. The petitioner, his president and other party functionaries made every possible effort to regulate and control the crowd. Now, this is what the TVK says, countering what the police has been saying, that despite constantly giving them advisories, or despite constantly, the police on the ground, despite constantly cautioning TVK functionaries, they paid no heed. In fact, the police also mentioned in the press conference earlier that TVK functionaries in such occasions have also gotten into arguments. So this claim has been countered here by the TVK in this particular anticipatory bail plea, Hina.
Well, absolutely. Since last 24 hours, we are seeing these claims and counter-claims coming. It clearly has become a war of words between Vijay's TVK and the cops of Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much for the moment for joining us with your input.